Filthy Martini Studios in Ontario, California, it's the Foobar Show!
What's up, everyone? I am Josie.
And I'm Josh.
Thank you all very much for listening to the Foobar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a champ. You can always reach us at Foobar Show. That's fthebelowbarshow.com. And FTheBelowBar Show is your handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, foo?
Seafood.
Yeah. What the fuck happened to you?
Burp. Burp came at the wrong time.
All right. On tap today, we have just a bunch of shit going on, and I have a new song to premiere, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But what's up with you, Josh?
In Spanish.
Where were you? It's in Spanish. Where were you last time? Explain yourself.
Well, Foo, you see, even in this quarantine here, as you can see, I'm in the planet on the moon of Endor.
Oh, for fuck's
just,
sake.
Relaxing a bit here. It's quite breezy. But just been doing my homework and such, Foo, because I still got shit to do, son.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you're in
life
school
sucks.
still. How's that working out with the whole quarantining? I imagine it's all virtual now.
Yeah, practically all of it is. So a lot of the professors actually had to change. They had to course correct because one of the professors for my systems class, my systems analyst class, we were supposed to create a prototype of an app. So my team, like in a group project, so our group was supposed to create like an automated attendance app that was going to be using like QR codes to automatically mark your attendance. And then, so on and so forth. But
so like you walk into the room and you show a QR code and you're marked as here.
Yeah,
so now you got to carry around a QR code?
No, it's on your phone.
Oh,
you just go to an app on your phone.
I see.
You go to the app on your phone before you go into class, scan it, similar to how they have like at airports, they have that stand you can scan your phone on.
I see. Yeah.
So something similar to that. But because of the whole quarantine, we weren't able to get hands-on with the app on how to create it.
Yeah.
So he's been having us do mostly diagrams. And it's been pretty easy.
Sounds exciting.
He's just like, dude, it's not. It's like all data flow diagrams. It's just thinking processes on how to do it.
Yeah.
And then another one is on internet networking. That one, she just gives a shitload of homework. So it's just a lot of reading and writing. I had to do a capstone class, which is like my senior class. That dude just straight phoned it in after we broke into quarantine.
What do you mean?
There was no Zoom meetings with him. He barely communicated via email. He would like 1 week he gave us like 11 slides. He's like, here are all the slides. Just this last week on Sunday, he sent an email saying, here are the remaining slides for the rest of the year, and here's your final exam. It's due Saturday, and don't forget to still finish your written assignments. Like you have to write a 1.5-page research paper.
And where's my bourbon?
Yeah, that's how this dude is. This dude's like he used to be in the military, like old dude, like that doesn't even know how to use the current technology, but he's still able to teach it. I don't get it. I don't get how he's qualified to pass it.
Yeah.
I mean,
whatever. He got as far as binary code, and the rest he's just kind of. See, the thing is, you got to stay. The trick is you got to stay one lesson ahead of the student at least.
Dude, he worked with the tab card system. The old tab card system.
Oh God! Like they used in when they shot the first man into space.
Yeah, dude. Like it was all a series of lights, and he's like, if you didn't know, he's like, you would know if you knew how to read a tab card. Oh yeah, you knew the system. All right. It's just like,
it's like take it easy, bro.
Oh, dude, this guy's
it can't be any harder than putting a Scantron through the fucking machine.
You're fucking telling me, son. I mean, the old technology nowadays kind of just looks so simple compared to all the bullshit we deal with now.
Have you ever had to use like a Scantron and put it through like that grading machine? Like you fucked up when that thing's like setting off bells and whistles. And when it's like, this person totally failed the test.
This dude just phone it in when he came in. Just all
Yeah,
C's.
it all sees. Yeah.
But dude, I used to record this guy's lectures, and
Mhm.
his lectures are pretty funny. So when I would go back and listen to them, I would just sit here laughing. So that's one negative aspect of this whole thing. And then another marketing teacher, she just keeps doling out homework assignments every 3 days. So it's just a lot of busy work right now, and that's all it became,
That's
pretty
all it
much.
is. I mean, I've talked to a couple teachers that have been trying to teach virtually, and they find it very boring. Like all they do is just grade shit now. Like there's no interaction, there's no student teacher interaction, or at least
Yeah,
at the very least, that I'm sure that some of them are hankering to put somebody in trouble because they're chewing gum. Because that's there's always those teachers that just look for the bad things in people. I know they're
oh,
hankering to like set somebody straight, but it's not happening.
dude, that's my boss's wife. She's a teacher in high school, and all I hear is this dude complaining how these kids are thugs, throwing shit at behind her head when her head's turned behind, and she talks back. Oh, she talks back to them. I just sit there laughing my ass off. But dude, apparently, some teachers are doing summer school during this whole quarantine,
Oh yeah.
and some teachers are getting paid $50 an hour to work summer school.
Jeez.
I mean, but dude, to deal with these kids in the summer, if you ever been to summer school kids are the fucking worst.
Yeah, yeah. They're a specific breed of cat. They're not there by choice. That's for sure.
They're all the kids that just slept in during the fall.
Hmm.
I was just like, oh, it's cool. I got spring and summer.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, God, but
Good
I digress.
times. Good
Good
times.
times, good times. But they did. Some kid in my class sent out like this new protocol that's going to be going into effect here in California. Like set like at least in LA County, some stages.
Hmm.
Let me see if I could send this to you, Fu. So you could see it, but it's called the Roadmap to Recovery from COVID-19.
Oh, nice.
So I will send it to the Fu, and then the Fu could post it
Hmm.
or do whatever the fuck he wants with it. I don't care, quite frankly. Oh, never mind, it didn't work.
Oh,
Ignore that.
well, this is
Ignore
just a
that.
big dick. What are you sending me?
It's you don't want to know, Fu.
Oh my
You
god!
really don't want to know.
How was that readily on your phone?
Fu, don't open it in front of Steph.
It's so big. I had to scroll, bro. Like it
I
didn't.
bet it was.
It didn't like crop correct. Okay,
There,
there
I
it
said
is.
it.
All
I
right,
said it. I said it. I said
there's a flyer there now. Okay, cool. So this is California's roadmap to recovery, or
Yes,
L.A.
sir.
County? L.A. County.
LA County, I believe.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, everything's slowly coming back up to speed. My company's doing a crawl, walk, run strategy. Um, so right now we're in the walk phase, and we'll see when we can jump into a brisk jog. But we'll see what happens. When the next 3 weeks are really going to tell us a lot in regards to this whole second wave that they've been kind of um, informing us with that they say it's going to happen and that it's going to be worse than the first wave. And
Uh, yeah. Well,
what's your no? Just what's your take on that? I mean, I think it might
I
happen because a lot of people are just going to rush to the busiest places like the malls and I don't know whatever else is going to be open during this time.
no, I 100%.
Hairstylists.
I 100% agree with you that things will start to escalate after 2 weeks of reopening, just because there still is no vaccine, and yeah, there will be people that won't adhere to the new rules
There are
and
people
stuff.
currently who don't adhere to the rules.
Yeah, but there was actually a report on CNN that I kind of saw
Hmm.
earlier that California has found the root of COVID-19 to be nail salons.
What the fuck?
Yeah, here I'm trying to find the report now. But okay, yeah, California identifies nail salons as source of coronavirus community spread. Government Newsom says.
How? Because they don't
Let's
clean the water?
let's find out, Roger. So, community spread of the coronavirus in California began in a nail salon, Governor Newsom said Thursday, as other states allow their manicurists to reopen. Newsom has announced a 4-phase plan to reopen the state economy that begins on Friday. Unlike some other states that have announced reopenings, California nail salons won't be allowed to reopen until state's phase 3.
Wow.
The state is currently shifting from phase 1 to 2. So for those of you that have no idea what we're talking about, phase 1 and 2. Phase 1 was safer at home. Stage 2 just started on May 8th. Florists, retailers, car dealerships, golf courses, and trails will be opening. And then soon, other low-risk businesses, manufacturers, offices, retail, essential health care, outdoor recreation and libraries, museums, cultural centers, and galleries will reopen. And then to be determined, stage 3 would be higher risk businesses like body art, massage, bars, nightclubs, movie theaters, bowling alleys, and then all schools from K through 12 to college and universities. And then so on and so forth. So they have no dates though, as far as 3 and 4. But as far as the plans to reopen, in order to reopen, each sector will have reopening protocols that address the following areas: protecting and supporting workers and customer health and safety, which everyone wear a healthy face mask. Ensure physical distance of 6 feet. Ensure proper infection control. Wash your hands. Make sure you're clean. Don't stay away from shaking or touching into other individuals, and still being sure to communicate with the public. They're still trying to slow the spread, but it's still they still need us to follow these rules and to keep this distances. So even though everything's reopening, people, just please remember to still keep a safe distance from everyone.
Yeah, people are gonna forget real fast, especially at the nail salon, bro.
Oh, dude.
What's
well, that's
a
why they
Karen
said
to do?
nail salons won't open until phase 3. Foo.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
Karens are
So
safe.
you can't get that little butterfly on your finger anytime, ladies.
Fuck.
No
yeah, ladies.
claws. So if you guys want more information, this report came from Health and Science on CNBC. It was published today by William Fier. I think you should really change his last name, or at least think about that, because come on, Fier. Just asking for trouble. Okay. But I digress.
Right on, man. Well, yeah, that's good info. I part of me wants that really Schadenfreude where all those assholes that protested in front of city halls and such with their guns and their loud mouths and all that shit to get it, but at the same time, they're probably going to give it to somebody who has nothing to do with their views. So that's the shitty part.
Give it to you, Foo.
Well, that's the thing, man. For years, I've been saying we need a new plague. Every time I'm stuck in traffic, I'm the asshole who's just like, we need a new fucking plague. And now it's here, and it's not the plague that I was kind of envisioning, man. I was hoping I can just drive along the freeway, go to the beach, do what I gotta do. But no, I gotta stay inside because this is not the apocalypse I was hoping for. I said I wanted zombies, goddammit.
This is your fault, Foo. See, this is your fucking fault. You tested fate.
That's not America. That's not even Mexico.
I can't stand it.
And yes, people, I can attest to, he always said, we need a new plague.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying every time we were out, when we went to the fucking System of a Down concert, going into the venue.
We need a new plague.
We need a new plague. Hey, guys, you know what I've been saying? I've been saying we need a new plague. Like, we fucking know. Yeah. As soon as this shit happened, I knew it was your fucking fault.
Listen, man, I didn't create this, but I advocated for it, and it's one of those monkey paw situations. You don't really get what you wish for. You get some skewed.
You're like the goth kids in South Park that were asking for Cthulhu, and then when the Cthulhu came, they're just kind of like, "This isn't what I was asking for.
Yeah,
I was asking for doom and destruction."
Exactly. See, at least somebody understands. Fuck. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, this is definitely they're saying this thing has killed more people than whoever died in Vietnam. That's insane.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy, dude. Hey,
Vietnam
Pooh,
took forever.
But you know what? If that wasn't enough, there's also fucking murder hornets that are out on the fucking prowl, fool. Fucking murder hornets.
Fucking
Like, you
murder
can't
hornet.
even make this shit
That
up.
came out of nowhere. By the way, yes, you can make it up. I will remind you, sir, on an episode of The Simpsons, the same episode where that Asian flu or cold thing came out of, they released like killer bees in the same episode.
Oh my god.
So like they saw this coming years ago, bro. But yeah, as soon as I heard killer hornets, I was like, what's fucking happening, bro?
Dude, I'm just like, are you fucking shitting me right now? Now you gotta have me worried about going to my fucking backyard and seeing this big ass oversized hornet come after my dog.
Now I need a beekeeper suit, dude, instead of just a regular mask.
Apparently, beekeeper suits can't even save you.
What
like
the
they can
fuck?
stink through those motherfuckers, man.
So what do you need? You need like a night suit?
You know what, man? You have what we all need. Use your fucking not a flamethrower and murder their asses.
Oh yeah.
That's the only.
I
That's it. That's
keep
the
that
only
thing
way.
holstered all day long.
Or if I may suggest, constantly keep smoking weed, and the smoke will just kind of keep them away.
Smoke them out. Yeah, that's a good one. You know, I never thought of it that way.
See, fool, we're just helping the environment and helping the ecosystem by thinning the herd.
See.
Though there may be an adverse effect that the murder hornets would kind of grow stronger because of the marijuana smoke, but that's just like a 1 in a million.
They carry the COVID. They become weaponized.
Jesus Christ!
I was like, oh, for fuck's sake! Imagine you get stung by them and boom! Not only do you have a big ass lump on the side of your face, but you have the Rona.
Dude,
that's a bad time.
Now everyone, not only are we going to be afraid to walk out our door to get Rona, but if you see a bee just kind of fly right by the door, you're like, hold on, wait. That may kill us. You got to wait it out.
Yeah,
just
man.
like an animal prowling back and forth, like, no, it's on to us.
You know, they say, be careful what you wish for. You might actually get it. And this is one of those situations. So all I got to say is...
Listen, I've got to give a clue here now. I don't want any more bullshit anytime during the day from anyone. That includes me.
That includes me, man. That includes me. So nobody listen to me anymore unless I have something to say. So...
no, don't listen.
So what can you tell us
In
about...
fact, you know what? I'll take over from here.
Oh, no, not another Foo episode.
No.
Speaking of which, I was gonna ask, where are his whereabouts? It's like 1 and 1. You're either on the show or he's on the show lately.
Sifu, we're actually the same person.
You know, I haven't seen you guys in the same room in a while. Oh man, no, that's the worst of any world.
Fu, I have no idea, man. He pulled a Houdini. He's probably getting high. Oh god damn it! I walked into that.
Yeah,
one.
you did.
Mea culpa. But
stop making this hard, dude.
There he is.
He's always in the background doing nasty shit.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Anyway, man, I know that you had some sports you wanted to talk about.
Where's the sports?
You want to talk about it right now?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Real Foobar.
We didn't go anywhere.
I would like to apologize for the previous episode where some slanderous things were said, and very hurtful, very hurtful.
How so, sir?
Well, Foo, you have a blowhard, and yes, I say blowhard in the Foo, spouting his nonsensical blabbery.
Well, he was talking shit about the Eagles. I mean,
talking shit. Dare I say, talking shit about my beloved Eagles.
Well, if anything, the Foo was just on brand.
No, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, hurtful. Nevertheless, but you know what, Foo? I'm optimistic. I think it's a good thing that we got this backup quarterback because Carson Wentz is always injured. But Carson Wentz.
So you're saying the Foo was right?
No. I will put an asterisk on this, sir.
Oh,
The
jeez.
Foo is incorrect. The Foo is correct as far as injury prone. That is correct. But as far as talent wise, Carson Wentz still has talent, sir. May I add that
Provided
last
he's
year,
not hurt.
provided he gets hurt, he puts up stats.
Uh-huh.
He does put up stats and he wins games. He was able to throw for over 4,000 yards this year without throwing to a receiver for more than 500 yards.
Hey.
No receiver on the Eagles team had over 500 yards or even close to 500 yards. He just threw the ball to whoever the fuck was open. Didn't care. But he got over 4,000. He gets results.
One way to do it.
That's right.
Playoffs?
So fuck you, Foo. And don't forget, Foo, you guys signed Marcus Mariota. So what does that say about your beloved Derek Carr?
Hey, man.
I said it.
This isn't. I'm not the one on trial here.
You know what, Foo? Don't even get me started on your Rams here. All right. I got another bone to pick with them, but that's for a later period. I'll wait for the Foo to come back to continue this argument. But nevertheless, let's just talk about more on the NFL, as they have just released their new schedule for the 2020-2021 season.
Oh. All right.
And some key matchups. Houston's going to be playing against Kansas City for the opening game on Thursday Night Football, September 10th. And then your Rams, Foo, are actually going to be playing in Philadelphia this year against the Eagles.
That's not supposed to happen.
Well, I mean, the Eagles came out here 2 years in a row, which I went to both games. The Rams have yet to go out to Philadelphia. So this is the first time as an LA Rams, they're going to be going to the Eagles with, I think, their new uniforms, right? I think they got new uniforms too.
Oh, God. Don't get me started on that fucking new symbol.
Stupid. Who the Chargers did a better job at rebranding than the Rams.
Yeah.
Who? How do you feel about that? Let's
Repugnant.
I don't like it. I said it in the last couple podcasts. It's just like they gave it to some kid to put together and on paint.
All right, class. Now let's all have a try and see what we can do with this Ram and the Paint app.
Yeah, and whoever gets chosen by the Los Angeles Rams gets extra credit.
Can we apply that extra credit to any test?
Yeah, no kidding.
But anyway, yeah, fucking Rams. I mean, and then you also got the Mean Machines on fucking in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, the Falcons. the jerseys just confused me. I mean, for the schedule, looks pretty cool, but that's one of the games I definitely want to go to and may actually go to. I try to at least go to one game, and it'd be dope to go to Philadelphia and see an Eagles game in Poison.
Mm-hmm.
So if you foos are down, LA Eagles, just saying.
In Philadelphia, that's kind of a trek, bro. That's a commitment.
Just saying.
All right. Yeah, let me put it in the maybe pile.
I'll mark you as a no.
All right.
Just keeping it real, bro.
Right. Yeah, hey, it is what it is.
So a lot of experts have like their predictions right now on what every team will be. I mean, that's usually what happens. I mean, that's all we could fucking do right now, people. That's literally all we can do.
Yeah.
It's just talk.
Even Bill Belichick is checked out. He puts his dog in charge.
Yeah. Hey, man, that dog made a great pick. He was a good boy.
Yeah, I guess so.
I mean, Belichick even gave him a pat. Food. Did you see that?
You did?
He gave him a pat on live television.
Dang, no player's ever gotten a pat before. Not from
That's
Billy.
the most Bill Belichick has ever shown affection in his entire life.
To any living being.
Yep, and it's a dog. I should tell you, people. Love dogs. Love dogs, I dare say.
Yep.
So, Fu, what do you? So the Eagles are predicted a 10-6 record based off of our full schedule. And again, I said that they would be playing the Rams. They'll be playing the Cincinnati Bengals and the Niners, along with the Ravens, so they get to go up against Lamar Jackson and possibly get the asses beat. Just keeping it real. The guy's a fucking next coming of Michael Vick.
Yeah.
He's insane.
Yeah.
Have you seen his highlights?
I've not.
Oh my God.
Pretty amazing.
When you're just bored, look up Lamar Jackson highlights. Right. That guy, it's like watching some dude playing Madden with Michael Vick in 2001.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's just straight up running like seamlessly. Like dude, he's fucking insane.
On the field. I thought you meant with the dog fights.
Well, I mean, you gotta pay a little extra for that.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. Again, I know I ain't condone it and would never recommend it. Gotta put it out there.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, your team was called the Beagles for a little while.
What?
They were calling him the Beagles because of his scandal with the dog fights.
Oh yeah. A girl I was dating at the time was not very happy that I was an Eagles fan. And I had to constantly remind her I was an Eagles fan before he came on the fucking team. It's
whatever, pal.
Wow. Such dog. Your Rams are actually predicted to go 8-8 this season.
All right, right down the middle.
Right down the middle. Even Steven. And essentially, this is kind of like, honestly, I feel like the Rams are rebuilding again, or like in a semi-rebuild.
Yeah.
At the moment. Just because, I mean, dude, you guys got rid of Gurley. You guys got rid of Clay Matthews. I mean, hey, you still have Aaron Donald. That guy's a fucking monster.
They blew their load when they made it to the Super Bowl, and then that's as far as they got and will get for at least the next few years until they get their shit back together.
You know who didn't blow their load
the Eagles?
When they got to the Super Bowl? That's right, you motherfuckers. Remember that, bitches. Anyways.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You guys can find the full schedule and the whole analysis on ESPN.com. Take a look and possibly plan out. They have tickets available now. I mean, Dick, they want to sell whatever they can at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know, get any type of revenue going. So you guys got that. So also, Fu, have you been watching The Last Dance? I know. I think you have, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every Sunday, man. Every Sunday, ready to watch it at 6 p.m. on ESPN, and it's been amazing, dude. It's been amazing. God damn, this last one was about the Dream Team. It had Kobe interviewed. Nothing short of just a great freaking 2 hours that you can spend on a Sunday.
And just real fucking like energy. Like you get to see these guys in their real element, you know? Like I did not realize Scottie Pippen was like acting this way at the very end, you know, wanting his money and eventually leave. I forgot he even played on the fucking Houston Rockets, which is where he goes to after after he leaves. But damn, dude, it's just so great to see this footage too. Like I love watching this shit.
And you know, at the beginning, before the first episode aired, they were saying something along the lines about how like we're gonna see Michael Jordan differently because of how he is and how he treats his fellow players. But you know what? I'm actually not surprised by a lot of the stuff. I mean, what I was expecting to see was a very, very competitive Michael Jordan. You don't get to be the best by just being Mr. Cool Guy. You know, I expected to see him yelling and just being very competitive. So at least I'm not surprised about what I'm seeing. But it's really cool to see the behind the scenes stuff. It's not painting Michael Jordan in a different light for me at all. If anything, it's enhancing what I already thought about him.
Well, we haven't gotten to that episode yet. And this next episodes are actually, they said, are going to shed a real light on what Michael used to do in practice. Like one of the next episodes, they're going to show the fight between him and Steve Kerr. That Michael Jordan actually literally punches Steve Kerr in the face in the middle of practice. But after he punched him, they went right back out and just kept playing.
Yeah.
Like, so that's kind of the stuff. But Michael Jordan was actually the one that said, I'm worried that people are going to see me as more of a villain, you know, after all of this. But I mean, fuck, dude, he was the greatest player ever.
I
I mean,
mean,
who wouldn't see that guy as a villain?
both Kobe and LeBron take after Michael. Um, Kobe couldn't have been the best player of all time without having Michael to reach out to for advice.
Mhm.
And applying his advice vigorously, and aggressively every chance he got. LeBron, he's considered to be one of the greats today, and I'm sure that he has some pointers that he got from Kobe too. But then again, it all leads back to Michael.
Yep.
It all leads
Yeah,
back to
and
Michael. Everything.
yeah, and Michael really saw more of Kobe in him. Like he saw that. Damn, this kid's coming in just like how I came in.
And they talk
Like
shit. Like,
yeah, he was not afraid.
yeah,
Like you heard him at the beginning of the episode when he's talking to all the guys in the locker room. He's all, that Laker boy, he about to take everyone one on one tonight, right? Like he's all that boy will take on the whole world.
yeah.
He'll tell you straight up. And yeah, man, like just to see that camaraderie and that how close they actually became. Like they called each other brothers.
Mm-hmm.
They treated it had a brother relationship. It's very touching and it's awesome to see, especially with these kind of players. See greatness passed on, and that Kobe tried to instill his greatness onto others. So I'm really interested in to see what the next generation does, like who's going to be the next Kobe Bryant or LeBron James. A lot of eyes are on Zion. We'll see.
Yeah.
But dude, watching this documentary really, really makes me want to watch, or makes me want a Kobe, memorial documentary.
Oh,
Similar.
I thought you were
in
gonna
this
say it
fashion.
really makes me want to watch Space Jam.
Well, that too. That too.
Yeah.
But no, we're having a documentary like this, but for Kobe,
Mhm.
because I guess they did similarly to Michael, where he allowed a camera to go all access, behind the scenes and record him throughout the entire last season
Yeah.
for Kobe Bryant. So, dude, that'd be fucking great if we could see something like that. Because I don't think Kobe got as recognized as a lot of people would have loved. Even though they still consider him a great, some people still kind of still overlook him. And let's not forget
Yeah, we can't do
the
that.
Mamba man. But yeah, man. Last Dance premieres every Sunday at 6, and then this next episode at 7 o'clock. So I can't wait for this next one to come.
Mhm.
There's only this week and next week. I think next week's the last week.
That sounds about right. Yeah. Yeah. It's good
Yeah.
stuff, man. I couldn't be happier with everything that I'm watching on this documentary. Even the music is really cool. Very tasteful. It kind of takes you back to that time, growing up in the 90s. You heard all this you listen to all this music, and this music revolved around the NBA.
Yeah, and it's funny that each song they always pick a song for that exact era or that exact year.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and you're right. It matches up perfectly, especially
Yeah.
when they did the whole Jordan shoes commercial with Spike Lee.
Yeah, with Nike and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was dope. I like how he gave Reebok the finger at the Olympics by putting the flag over him, and covering the logo. He's like, man, they don't even know what's about to happen right now.
Oh, dude, that was the best trolling ever. Fucking
Yeah.
Michael, man. Yeah,
Fucking
yeah,
guy.
it's great for if anyone that's still hesitant to watch it. You can watch it on Hulu or you can watch it on ESPN Plus if you guys have that.
Yeah.
So yeah, and Fu, I think we'll leave end sports on that note. I think that's a good note to leave sports on.
Cool, man. All right, sounds good. Well, Fu, I know you wanted to geek out about a few things.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nerds, let's go!
Nerd!
What do you got?
Well, Fu, I know we've all wanted 6 seasons in a movie, but you know what we're gonna get, man?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna get 6 seasons and a Zoom call.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
Variety. There was recently a report on Variety that the cast of Community and creator Dan Harmon are reuniting for a virtual table read and Q&A in order to benefit COVID-19 relief efforts. Among the participants will be Donald Glover, who departed during the 5th season, marking the first time he's been a part of the Community event since leaving the show.
Yeah.
You're going to have Joel McHale, Gillian Jacobs, Danny Putty, Yvette Nicole Brown, Allison Brie, Jim Rash, and Ken Jeong.
The gang is back.
The gang is back. The study group is back, foos.
Yeah, except for Chevy Chase.
Well, he died, foo.
Right.
Trying to fill up those semen containers.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done
last
that.
rights. Got too excited.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? It's Chevy Chase. He didn't
This
like
is
that
actually
show
gonna-
anyway, and he was on it.
Right? He talks so much shit about being on that show. He was such a diva the entire time.
Yeah,
I
Joe
heard.
McHale is just like, that guy was such a piece of shit. Like, he always complained about everything. And you know what's hilarious about that is that they did they made a movie, and Joe McHale ended up playing Chevy Chase's character. Like, they did a retrospect on what was
National
it?
Lampoon,
National
right?
Lampoon, yeah. And Joe McHale played the Chevy Chase character, which I found to be awesome. Just like he gave him
my
the finger
God.
in a manner of speaking. He kind of gave him the finger. But
Well, I mean, dude, that's the biggest FU that you can give to another actor playing them in a. Oh God. Yeah,
like
this
a
is actually going to be
semi-biographical.
premiering. Yeah, this is actually going to be premiering Monday, May 18th at 2 p.m. via Sony's YouTube page, the community YouTube page. So any Community fans out there, if you're just interested in having a Q&A or a live table read, there you go.
And speaking of Joel McHale, Josh, and I probably don't bring this up quite enough, but Tiger King, they had that latest episode. I think it was episode 7 that they came out with. Just after the fact, and Joel McHale hosted it from his house. And I like he was freaking hilarious on that episode, because what he did was essentially from his house he zoomed all the characters depicted in the documentary Tiger King, except for Joe Exotic because he's in jail and everything, and Carol Baskins wasn't a part of it either because I mean at this point people think she's a murderer. So I don't think she was about to be on a documentary that depicted her in a way where she murdered her husband, which she probably did. But he was a gem, dude. Like, he spoke to all the other characters on the documentary, and it was very enjoyable. Like, you got a sense of like, you got a retrospect. Like they looked back and said, yeah, when we filmed, the reason I had my shirt off the whole time. We're talking about like his one of his boyfriends. He's just like, I have tattoos. I wanted to show him off. Like, what the fuck? And then he got his teeth straightened, or he had teeth implants. Before he just looked like a dirty meth head, which he was. But he asks all the questions that everybody's asking online. So that was extremely satisfying and in typical Joe McHale style. So I like the intro too, where he says he asked Netflix if he can do this, since he's a Netflix employee because he used to have the Joel McHale show starring Joe McHale. And he's just like, I went to Netflix and then they sent me an iPhone and they said, knock yourself out.
I don't mean shit. Whatever works.
Yeah, and it looks like he recorded it off of his iPhone, so because he's wearing the earbuds. So that's how so it's like, I mean, these new iPhones do HD, but like, fuck, dude, come on, Netflix, show out a little production.
Give him an iPhone 6 or an SE. That's the new iPhone.
Yeah, the SE. I don't know. He didn't say which one, but nonetheless, it made for a good episode. I really enjoyed it. For those who didn't know, because it was towards the end. It's not even that many episodes, but it feels like you went through an ordeal when you got through that documentary series. But shit, man, you're a part of culture. You're a part of it. You're a part of a specific group of people who were just trying to get through the first days of the COVID, man. And it was the only thing that was on that everybody was talking about. I have no regrets. At the very
you
least,
like
I
it,
understand
Fu?
what all these memes are about.
So Fu, you're just happy that you're in the know.
Yeah.
You,
That's one way
you
to
just
look at it.
you had FOMO, Fu. You would have FOMO if you didn't
I
watch
would
it.
have had like some serious FOMO, man.
I thought I knew you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Anyway, yeah, those are my 2 cents about good old Joel McHale. The guy's a talent.
Oh yeah, dude. Everything he's in. I can't wait to see that new Starman series that's supposed to come out on DC Universe
Mm-hmm.
and then on the CW.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be pretty interesting, man. So far, DC hasn't, as far as TV series, hasn't fully let me down.
Yeah. I think your expectations are lower though when you watch like a superhero TV show. You just understand that they're not going to shell out millions and millions of dollars
Oh no.
like a big movie release.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you on that one. And that's what you should go in expecting. Don't expect you're gonna have the standard CGI. Like you're not gonna see fucking Man of Steel graphics here. All right, like it's
Yeah.
just not gonna
Where he
happen.
just destroys Metropolis.
Yeah, exactly. But it's still good nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Foo. Well, you got anything for geeking out?
Speaking of Dan Harmon, Rick and Morty
Yeah,
is
that's right.
back. Did you watch it on Sunday?
Yes, I did. Yes,
Dude,
I
how
fucking
great
did.
of an episode. It was like another Morty's Mind Blowers.
Mind blowers, yeah, or interdimensional television.
Exactly. It was
which is
just
what they ended up doing.
yeah, exactly.
the end.
At the end of the episode, it was great. It's got to be one of the top episodes so far.
Oh, definitely.
It was a
dude.
mind fuck too at the same time.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Like I loved every bit of that episode, and I'm probably gonna watch it again later tonight after I smoke a beer. Yeah, shit.
I'm afraid I do. Yeah,
Are
man.
you afraid for?
I'm hoping that they don't have another hiatus like they did when the COVID started. So
When we first got the vid.
yeah. So hopefully they keep this going. I mean, they got approved for 75, 80-ish episodes before this season started. So they're not going anywhere. It's just like, come on, man, shell them out already. I want to watch more Rick and Morty.
Just put them through the conveyor, guys.
It's the new show to watch, man, for me at least. And there's another show coming out on Hulu, Solar Opposites, that I'm seeing a lot of previews about that seem to have the same type of humor and flavor that Rick and Morty has. So I'm looking forward to that coming out real soon.
I think it's written and directed by Justin Roiland.
Oh, no way. Well, that explains a
yeah.
lot because even the animation looks very similar.
Yeah, I think Justin Roiland has a hand in creating that one.
Oh, very cool.
So,
If that's true, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I really want to see that one too. Like that one looks like it's going to be a good show too.
Mm-hmm. There's one that kind of disappointed me. I forget what it's called. How to tip my tongue, but it's produced and created by I think Conan O'Brien. I think it's on Adult Swim. Don't quote me on that. But it's about space and that kind of thing, and to me I feel like they try to be Rick and Morty, but they don't connect. Yeah, it's missing something, and I don't know. I forget what it's called, and it doesn't matter anyway. So
yeah, it's on TBS. I think I've seen commercials on it on TBS.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But I can't think of the name of it.
Something space something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, something
Anyway,
weird.
yeah.
But speaking of space, are you excited for Space Force, Foo?
Yes, with Steve Carell.
Yes, Foo. I cannot.
Have you seen the trailer?
Yes, it looks fantastic.
It looks freaking amazing.
Yeah.
The last thing that he did, to my knowledge, that's not a movie. The last thing that he did for TV, if I'm not mistaken, was Angie Tribeca.
Really?
He wrote and produced it with his wife. And Angie Tribeca brought back a genre that we've not seen since the slapstick movies of yore, the fucking Naked Gun and all that.
Top Secret.
Yep. Yeah. Shit, dude, I miss Angie Tribeca. I thought it was a fantastic show. The last season was a little too weird, but the first couple seasons were amazing. It was just a great show.
I always find that shows like that sometimes just decide to say, fuck it, we're just going to get weird. Let's just get weird in the last season.
Weirder,
yeah. Let's just fucking go off the walls.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, yeah, it was a pretty funny show when we saw it. Was it Hoffman?
The dog.
The dog?
They just treated him like a person.
He has a coffee mug and has a desk in an actual precinct. Oh, God.
It was great.
Dogs are great. Anyway, yeah.
Is that going to do it for Geeking Out there, Foo?
See, Foo.
All right, then.
Nerd!
Well, let's talk about some weed now, Foo.
Are you on weed? Give me some. I'll smoke you two under the table.
Speaking of Chevy Chase. Well, Foo, I was checking out leafly.com, as I am one to do from time to time, and I came up on this article that came out with yesterday, May 6th. The title is, "What is Hydrocarbon Extraction and What Cannabis Products Come From It?" And a lot of people who are into like the like dabbing and that kind of thing know about the products that come out of it, but they probably don't know what kind of procedures and what the science is like that goes into extracting those things. So with the extract market growing, there's an increased focus on how those products are produced. Solvent extraction methods have advanced quickly over the past few years with popular solvents, including ethanol, carbon dioxide, and hydrocarbons. Those are the organic compounds containing only hydrogen and carbon atoms. Those are the hydrocarbons. So that's what they use to get it out of the actual plant. And it's usually butane and propane, if you can believe it. So if you've used like the vape oils, edibles, or any number of products that incorporate these extracts, you could have well been sampling the fruit of hydrocarbon extractions. So while they don't sound like compounds, you want to be ingesting, hydrocarbons have been used in food extraction over the last 5 decades. For example, in productions of flavors and colorings. But more recently, compounds like butane and propane are used to produce cannabis extracts with specific profiles. The purity and potency of hydrocarbon extracts vary greatly, but you can find THC-rich extracts that contain up to 90% of the plant's original cannabinoids, and that's the stuff you want. If carried out correctly, hydrocarbon extracts can be safe, both in terms of minimizing production risks and creating a product fit for consumption. And here we're gonna watch a video that tells you a little bit more about how that process takes place by a guy who works for Leafly that is very stoned. So here we go.
Just as there are lots of products of extraction, there are many different ways to separate cannabinoids and terpenes and the rest of the good stuff from the cannabis plant. Extraction
This guy looks stoned as fuck. I'm just telling you right now. All right, here we go.
Techniques basically fall into 2 buckets. Those that use chemical solvents to pull out the components of cannabis, and those that don't. Solventless extractions are the simpler of the 2, relying on mechanical forces and changes in temperature to separate the resin glands from the cannabis flower. Employing tools like tumbling, ice water agitation, and pressure, solventless extractions are safe and low-tech enough that they can make fun do-it-yourself projects at home. Simple doesn't mean easy though. The skills and techniques involved in solventless extraction can take years to master and are labor intensive, even for extractors at the top of their game. Solvent-based extractions typically use either carbon dioxide or hydrocarbon gases like butane or ethanol to break down bonds between the cannabis plant and the compounds consumers are after. Hydrocarbon extracts are typically labeled as BHO, short for butane hash oil, and referencing the most common solvent used in the extraction process. These chemicals are added with cannabis to a pressurized system that strips desirable compounds out of the plant, leaving behind waste products like the plant fiber. High pressure also plays a key role in carbon dioxide or CO2 extractions, along with extremely low temperatures. Whatever solvent is used in the extraction, the first pull is likely to be further cleaned up and refined before it's shipped off to store shelves. The most popular refining process is distillation, which allows concentrate processors to craft cannabis concentrates with extremely high levels of a single cannabinoid, usually THC or CBD. While distillate packs a punch, many consumers feel that the extreme refinement that makes them possible strips away the character and flavor of the cannabis. As a result, many distillates have compounds like terpenes and cannabinoids added back into the mix after the fact.
So what do you think there, Josh? Do you think that when you end up dabbing with those products that use the butanes and those hydrocarbon materials, that it takes away from the flavor?
Well, I think so. Especially if you think about it, like with light. Like think about it. When you use a match, or like those little wicks to light your bowl, that's flour. You don't taste the butane, but if you use the lighter, you can tell the difference between actually tasting the butane and actually tasting the flour. It is similar to, dabbing. If let's say you're using a butane flame, if you use it for an extended amount of time to when it gets like red hot, that gas the taste can still be on that glass. So when you put it in there, you're burning your fucking bud, and you end up tasting the butane.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that, because that's why I've taken to the slow burning of when I dab, which means that or a cold start is another way to say it. When you put the dab already on the thumbnail, and then you slowly heat it up, rather than heating up the thumbnail and then dabbing the dab onto the thumbnail, which almost evaporates it pretty immediately, therefore taking away a lot of the flavor that you could be getting if you just slow start it, because that flavor is the first thing that you get, especially if you get like one of those citrusy ones, those lemon citrusy ones. Those are the best to taste. And
normally sativas.
Yeah, and those who, I'm just putting this out there, if you get one of those citrusy dabs, I would highly recommend that would be the exclusive way that you light that dab, like cold starting it, because that's how you're going to taste it. And it's just a better experience.
Or lighting it low, like on a low heat. Like don't let it get like red. Even if you see it slightly, stop. As you see it slightly start getting red, just stop. Yeah, like usually those are low flame dabs that you want to smoke. Yeah. But I left my little minion topper at your pad. Yeah. So I can't do the cold starts over here. So I've been in the
Get a new topper, man. Amazon delivers.
Do they have toppers on Amazon?
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Can I buy a bong on Amazon?
Yeah, you can, but you'll probably get it like in a couple months. I don't think they have it readily available at the warehouses. It's just one of those things that they say it's Prime, but it's not really Prime.
All right. Once Phase 2 gets full into effect and retail stores open, it's going to 94 video.
Okay. Yeah, man. I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Such confidence.
You got anything for the old joint report here, Yosh?
Actually, I purchased some bud via delivery service.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I've actually been using just because of if I'm at home, like let's say today, where I'm not driving out and about to avoid going out. I actually found this delivery service called Hyperwolf, and they have their own website and stuff. They're out there in San Bernardino by you too, Poop.
Nice.
If you want to give them a
all right
check. And I purchased this stuff. It's called Steep. I don't know if you can see it on my camera.
Yeah, it's red little box.
So it comes in a little box, this little magnetic box. It's almost like ordering shit from fucking MedMen. And this one is a live resin nitro batter, strain name Gunslinger. It is total THC 84%, and total CBD 8%. Oh wait, fuck! What is that?
How does it hit?
Oh, it's only 0.23 milligrams, 23% THC, and 84%.
Is it pretty smooth?
Dude, yeah, it's fucking nice. It's a nice fucking. It's like crumble though. Like, I don't know if you can see the consistency. I don't want to get to
sort of, not really. I believe you. Oh, okay, there it is.
See?
Yeah.
So it's like a crumble. It's a nice hit. It doesn't reek either. Like when you smoke it, some bud you can still kind of smell when you smoke it. But yeah, It's good stuff. This was only $30 on that site.
Yeah, and I'm having a little experiment with my health lately. Every spring, and you know this about me, but when we used to live together, when spring springs, I get these allergy attacks, dude, and I just won't stop sneezing.
Sifu.
Yeah, dude, it's bad.
I'm the same.
It's bad, and so Steph brought something up that makes a lot of sense. Because I went back to flour. I bought a quart of flour, and I've been smoking that for the majority of this entire quarantine, and I'm just about done. I think I got one bowl left that I'm gonna finish, and then I'm gonna call it a freaking bowl. But I'm going back to Dabs because she hypothesizes that because of the flour, it's giving me more of those attacks, more of those allergy attacks where I'm just sneezing, and it's just sneeze after sneeze. It's pretty it's bad. Like, it gets really bad. And
have you gotten those body ache sneeze, like where you sneeze and then after your body just hurts for some reason?
It feels like I just did like 40 sit-ups, dude. Because I'm just sneezing and sneezing. It feels like you've been working out and you just start sweating, and it's not a good time. So I'm gonna see what happens. I mean, I'm still getting the allergies of planet Earth, just living on this fucking rock in springtime.
Yeah,
but I don't think that they would be as bad if I went back to dabbing. So as soon as I'm done, after this podcast, I'm gonna go outside, smoke this last bowl. As of tomorrow, I'll be strictly on dabs, and we'll see what happens. I think she's right, and I think she has a really good point, because obviously the pollen in the air and the actual smoke that comes out of the plant can't be good for you either. So yeah, I think she has a really good point, and I will follow up next time with the comparison.
Actually, I'm holding you to that.
Yeah, man. But I think that's going to do it for the joint report. What do you think?
Think so, Foo?
Right on. All right.
Smoke weed every day.
Well, let's end this with the music highlights. Well, Yosh, I wanted to introduce a new song that I wrote within the last week, and I even recorded it and produced it and put it together, and it's gonna come out as my moniker, Dissident. I've had this Dissident moniker as my my acoustic folk music that I've written over the course of the last 12 years or so. But it never became an electric project as much as I wanted it to. But the reason for that is that it was always an acoustic kind of folky project, because I couldn't find any other bandmates who would be willing to put in the time and play them with me, in a live setting. So every time I would play these songs, it would always just be me, with it's just a guitar and a mic. But with me being a big nerd and just teaching myself how to use production tools, I went ahead and just recorded it. I thought it came out halfway decent, so I'm putting it out, and it's coming out on Friday of next week, on May 15th. It'll be on pretty much anywhere, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Amazon Prime, whatever you used to listen to. If you're like the Foo and use Tidal, then go ahead and use Tidal. I don't give a fuck. It's gonna be on.
Foo uses Tidal?
No, I'm just making fun of him.
Oh.
Do you know anybody who uses Tidal, by the way? I don't know anybody who uses Tidal.
I don't.
How do they make money?
Oh. They were bought by Spotify, right?
Were they?
Ah, fuck up.
I thought it was who created it? Wasn't it like Jay-Z or something?
Jay-Z. It's still going on. I think it's still. I mean,
that his albums exclusively dropped on Tidal for a little bit, right? And now he doesn't care anymore.
Him and Beyonce's albums, like I think Lemonade came out on
just
Tidal.
for the sake of growing the brand, but then but it just became just like anybody else. It's not just like soul music or rap and hip hop or anything like that. Everybody's on Tidal now. Anybody who can get on it, at least the distributor I use uses Tidal amongst other things, and I think he even said it'll be on Napster. And I'm like, I don't know anybody on Napster anymore.
Wait, there are people still on Napster,
right? It's just like when I notice, it's just like when I notice a guy with and he gives me his email, and the suffix is always AOL.com. It's like, bro, Are you telling me that you're still on AOL?
Or live.com?
Well, I'm one of them motherfuckers who still uses Hotmail.
Oh my God.
I still have Hotmail, bro. Like it's
Or-
still a thing.
Or how about people that still have MSN.com?
That's a thing. Yeah, that's still
That
a thing.
is a thing.
Yeah, but now it's live now, right? Live.com is Microsoft's.
It's Microsoft's new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I wrote this song called "Another Day." It's people. I think at first glance, because I've shown it to a couple of people so far, not too many, but they're just like, "Is this a song about the quarantine?" I was like, "No, not necessarily." But I will say that the quarantine really kind of pushed me into writing and completing it, for the reason that we're gonna lose a year of our lives because of this fucking quarantine, man. At least if you're a musician, you know, we're not gonna see or be able to go to a live event until maybe summer of 2021. So and I've been saying this at least for the last few years. I ain't getting any younger, you know, and to trek through this world as a musician, it's painful enough because you got to deal with a bunch of flakes, and you can't get away from them. But you know, as sometimes the flakes are the best musicians, so you put up with a lot of bullshit. On top of that, with the people trying to take advantage of you and use you so that they can make their money, you know, AKA, like freaking promoters who don't even show up to the show. And they try to sell you a couple drink tickets for 40 minutes of your time to trek over maybe a course of an entire day to get to the venue. I have feelings. All right,
Get on topic.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Stay
all
on topic.
all right. Well, anyway, I wrote this song called "Another Way" because there's got to be another way to get through this fucking shit. So here it is, man. "Another Way" by me, Dissident. Here we go. Tougher than it's ever been. Do I just keep making it up, playing a game I'm not meant to win? And every time I stop to think, I see the trouble I'm in. Don't wanna look like you were trying to make it count towards the end. But as the season passed me by, well, that door opened up again. But as it's time to think, I see now trouble I'm in. Gotta find another way. Hey, let's find There you have it, Foo.
Wow, Foo. Who knew you were talented?
Shut up. So I'm working on more other songs. I have a few that are finished already or being written. I just have to now put the fucking pen to paper, as they say, and record them. So I'm hoping I can just jump on this shit while we're still in quarantine and just get these out of the way, and maybe even, well, I'm going to be putting them out as singles, but at a certain point when you get a good bundle, you can put them on an album. So yeah, man, look forward to more shit. So hope you like that one. This other one that I wanted to introduce to everybody is a new song by one of my favorite new bands called The Weeks. I've played them plenty of times on this podcast before, and these are four guys from Mississippi. The singer and the drummer are twin brothers. So I've always asked, if they ever like mix and trade roles, but you would never know. But anyway, the really great band. They're backed by Kings of Leon's label, so that's how they've been kind of getting out and about for the last few years, by being backed by them. But they're extremely talented. They came out with a song this year off of their, well, it's a single called "This Dance." So check this out. Do you remember me bringing these guys up ever on the pod there, Josh? Josh?
Yep, I remember The Weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, good stuff, man. These guys are still at it. I hope that I get to see them one day. They came through Silver Lake the last time I saw them, and they're freaking amazing, man. They put on a great show. So everybody go check out The Weeks with their new song, This Dance. This last one, seeing that it's hot as balls outside right now, and it feels like summertime, we chose this song that came out by Childish Gambino back in 2018 off of the single bundle, Summer Pack. And
another one's Rap. I mean, and this song's a great one, too. He has the other one, Summertime Magic. That's a pretty good one. If you like to dance or like to get up and stuff, that's a good upbeat one. So,
yeah,
I mean, it's only fitting to play a Childish Gambino song as we just discussed Community coming back.
Yeah, he's going to be a part of that live. It's a live read, right?
Yeah, man, I can't wait to see him interact with everyone again. It's just going to be worth it.
Now that he's a big superstar and everything.
Yeah, dude. Which reminds me, I need to see season 2 of Atlanta, because fuck, that was great. I think it's on season 3 or 4 now, isn't it?
Yeah. I've fallen behind. I'm trying to get caught up on Better Call Saul, but that's the next one on the list.
Next, did you actually finish watching Dave?
I'm pretty caught up. I think I might have not seen the most previous one, the latest one.
Oh, this last one was the season finale. You need to watch this last one.
Okay.
Because the intro to this last one, you have no idea. It's not. You gotta watch it.
It's not him breaking up with his girlfriend, is it? Is that the?
No, that was the last one.
Okay,
that was the one before this one.
So I haven't
this
seen
one. No, you haven't seen this one at all. So you need, yeah.
All right, cool. So I'll probably watch it as soon as we after I smoke this fat bowl and have some dinner, and
Highly recommend.
I got some things to do, but I'll watch it. I'll watch it before I go to sleep today.
All right, Foo. All right. Well, you got homework.
All right, cool. Well, man, I think that's going to do it for another podcast today. Let's see if you and the Foo will be in the same room next time we do this.
We have Mother's Day coming up, so that
right.
may be an issue.
We may have to reschedule when we usually. Okay, we'll talk.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll have my people call your people.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds efficient.
Nala will be giving you calls very shortly.
All right, cool. I expect the call from your fucking pit bull. All right, man. Cool. Well, until next time, thank you all very much for listening into the Foobar Show. Thanks for hitting subscribe, and remember to rate, review, and tell your friends like a fucking champion. You can always reach us at Foobar Show. That's FTheBelowBarShow.com. And FTheBelowBar Show is our handle on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out. Drop us a line, and we'll fill it up with a couple of things. I've been Josie.
I've been Josh.
Signing off saying, don't be a